So, Bubble Bobble was a game that the neighbor boy, my brother's friend, Brian Morris, gave us for Christmas one year. Opened it before thir on Christmas Eve, right after he gave it to us. And we had never heard the thing before now since we got quite good at it, you know, understand the mechanic, what all these different power-ups do, where they come out. There's also two different storylines to the sequel. There's a Bubble Bubble 2 that follows the bad ending, and a Rainbow Islands that follows the good ending. And apparently, as I found out, it was also based on arcade game. Um, so there was one of those that I'm not as familiar, but it's some very interesting, and unique mechanics that if you knew it as a kid, it might have some nostalgia for you. I don't know what kind of lessons it might have or what we're doing here, but as long as my audio doesn't go while we're doing this, I can at least confirm that it's just Watchdog that does it, and not icky with my recording software, or at least maybe it just uses up net. If we don't duplicate the bug on any other games, we'll try um, some other Ubisoft Connect games. But well, there's the other Watch Dogs game, and then there's one I got called Brew or something when it was on sale a little while ago. Uh, so I'm not sure, like, they all disrupt, the flow of Watch Dogs. At least if we can rule out the problem being with uh, Ubisoft Connect, just being Watch Dogs. I don't know what we're gonna do about it, though. That's the thing. What are we gonna do about that problem? That's why this is season 0. Because we're figuring it out, finding a voice here, figure out what we're doing. And it's kind of fun for like we do it together. I'm finding myself again, only this time I'm not shy talking about it. Talking it out, figuring it out. We'll figure it out together. It's supposed to be something above the tail here. Oh, not anymore. There won't be. Now if you start knocking into this now. And they're all landing up there. Oh, that one came down. Yeah, of course. Uh, but my audio hasn't cut out yet. That's the important thing. So what happens if I leave that E on the screen and the level ends? Oh, well, I want that blue game. That lets me shoot double part. Conversion to safer distance. Right? And I'm not going to leave the E. I'm going to grab it. But I get this pinky. There we go. But if I were to, it would come back in the next level, but it would decide what letter it was all over again. Now the green E is the most common, but that doesn't mean that that's what it's going to be. Of course, if it goes off the screen before the level ends, then you lose it forever. Oh, there's the green candy. Ooh, green candy is more valuable than the blue candy. It lets you shoot bubbles faster. Oh, I think I got the X when I busted all those and spelled extend. I didn't see it, but maybe we'll look back at the video. You spell extend, you get an extra life. I don't have all my letters anymore. I gotta play dangerous here because I don't want to lose that E. You gotta learn how to bounce on the bubbles in this game. If you don't, you're not gonna have any success there. Oh crap. I'm not gonna make it to that. Oh, I got the staff for it. Now, this is why a two-player game. And this game, the lesson we can take out of this game is you're not gonna get a good ending if you don't have two players on the screen at the end. Now you can cheat this in the actual game and bring your second player into the game, after you defeat the boss. But the message that undermines the message of the game, which is that you can't win without friends. Goodbye with a help from my friends. And so, through the story, Bubble Bob won't win on their own. They both have to be a part at the end of this game. Friendship and love, are absolutely necessary. You know, shooting enemies into bubbles. Well, that's all the showboat. We got the blue candy again. There's also a red candy, which gives you the benefits of both blue and. Oh, we didn't get the blue candy. Oh crap, he fell out. And we haven't launched the audio, so that's good. Now we're gonna see watch this E because it's not gonna leave the screen. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come. Now it'll only do it for a couple of letters. Now it'll come back as an levels, a couple of levels. If you don't grab it after levels, then it eventually goes away forever. Oh crap! Uh, at least I can come over here to the And that might be a good place to stop. It's like the lesson is that you can't do this without friends. You can't get this like real life. And also that I don't seem to have issues with my headset cutting out when I'm not playing with Watch Dogs. Or at least when I'm not playing with Ubisoft Connect.